Fine, thank you, Dr. Pratiksha. Good e-
Yeah. So, how is everything going on? I think that everything is well and good, madam.
yeah, we say here, Inshallah, by the grace of God.
Yes.
Now I would like to take the opportunity to introduce in front of you the woman, inspiring woman, researcher, academician. Originally from India, she is none other than Dr. Zaisi Prem Kumar and the prestigious IITian of our Indonesia Research Center. That is, she is working for international innovation. She wants to dedicate herself in research, academic, and she is helping the researcher. She is helping the world globally through our Indonesia Research Center as we are now working in 193 countries. So let us see the introduction of our Dr. Joyshi Premkumar Madam. She is working in assistant professor in India also, Oman also, and Eritrea. Now presently she is working in Arts and Science College affiliated to Qasim University, Saudi Arabia. And she has interest in education, learning, women studies, literature, linguistics, and clinical studies. She already published 3 papers on e-learning. We know that now, at present days, right now, the e-learning is very important for all the researchers because when we are in early days before the COVID-19 impact, then everyone wanted to go with the face-to-face interaction. But right now, that it is the time that we have started the digital world, and the people are making the conversation with through the e-learning. So today we are going to start the session, and I would like to take the privilege to ask my first question. To thank you. I would like to know the same point from our Jaishi Madam, that is Dr. Jaishi Madam, that please let us know about your research area, in which area you are working.
As I said earlier, all these my presentations, ten of them I have been doing only in these 4 months. 3 of them on e-learning, absenteeism, why students are getting absent themselves, and e-plagiarism, all the problems which I faced. The topics which you are interested in and which you know more, if you deal with them, it would be a great success. And I did the same. These were my problems. I was teaching the whole of last semester and had hell of problems. And so I started writing about them and I got them published. And I did one on translation, comparing Shakespeare's Othello's translation. And currently for ICORM, I am 2020, I am doing literature one, comparing Tagore, Bharati and Shakespeare. That is my present study.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing with us. Yeah, I would like to know from Dr. Jaishi Madam also. Yes, of course, a little bit personal, but again, I would like to ask you also that what is your hobby, Madam?
Now, personally and professionally, in the eyes of the society, I'm a successful woman with the dream of millions, an assistant professor in Oman, Eritrea, Saudi Arabia. This is everybody's dream. Spiritually also, I'm very much contented lady. I built 2 shrines in Kerala. So if you insist on knowing my passion, hobby, I would like to ascertain it's not for increasing for my API, because now I am an assistant professor getting more salary. If I become an associate professor, my salary scale will be less than this. So not for API. Now I am madly in love with writing papers, writing researches. You just imagine, I don't think anybody new to the writing researches would have written 7 and almost 10 around 4 months, in 4 months. You can imagine, I don't sleep. Even in my sleep, I get up and write down something. Maybe 3 hours, 4 hours, I do sleep. Some new ideas come to my mind. I have attended 60, 70 webinars in these 4 months and presented in 4 conferences. So what am I? I don't know now myself. Why do I write? I'm not writing for API. This is my passion, my hobby. It's everything now to me. And even then, if you want to know something personal, when I say ambition and passion, you don't believe. So if you feel I am too didactic, let me add one ambition of mine. My goal is to sell my husband G. Prem Kumar's Hollywood film. We have made a Hollywood film shot in Oman and India, mostly in Oman. and it is called Pirate's Bread. We would like to make a lot of money to help my siblings and his siblings. That is my only goal.
Thank you. Thank you, madam, and sharing that is in a very clear way. That is, you are saying that yes. And I would like to share that sometimes people are saying like that, money earning is bad. I'm never saying like that. Earning of money is an art and also the science of the world. We have to learn it, and you are on the right track. Yes. How to spend the money, that is to be careful, because it can be towards the helping the humanity or against the humanity. And therefore, my suggestion to all that whenever someone is also becoming the billionaire, they should think about the society. They have to contribute to the society. In that way, by earning the money, we can help the people. And wonderful answer, madam. Thank you. Now, I would like to know one story about your life, incident about your life, which bring you as the world famous researcher and academic. Now you have already presented in our international conference also, World Suite also, and regularly you were in the media, you were in the international conference. Even during the COVID-19, your contribution is outstanding. So let us know the incident in your life or the story of your life which influenced you, which guide you for becoming the academician or the researcher. Madam, as an woman, that we know that from India and to now Saudi Arabia, which your established career working in the university. So what is behind all? Who is behind all this? Please share with us in today's moment.
Actually, the credit goes to two people. One would be very funny and one would prove it is fate-like. And I wasn't a lover of mammon. I never dreamt of Saudi Arabia or Oman, and I never wanted all these Middle East jobs. I used to laugh at people who are going after money. I thought I'm very, very human. I should love people, and I'm a loving soul. Then it wasn't my aspiration. Towards the end of December 1998, I think, I accompanied my sister Asha. She wanted to attend an overseas job interview in Chennai. I just accompanied her. And the one who was interviewing her talked to me, and he found that I was working in an engineering college and I have doctorate, whereas my sister didn't have a doctorate at the time. So he said, why can't I give a try? He offered me the job immediately for her after 2 months. One will never grow if scared of taking chances. So I grabbed the opportunity that time once. And why did I grab the opportunity? It is the funniest of all. That was in December. The interview happened in December. In November 25th, on November 25th that is my husband's birthday. I was waiting for him the whole day because we were put up in two different cities. He was in Chennai and I was in Kanchipuram working in Arulmigu Meenakshi Amman College, and I couldn't go and meet him. I was busy attending the college and I was waiting for him to come. He was a film director and producer. He was so busy. He couldn't make it that day. That night I went and rang him, and my father and both of us, at the time we did not have a phone at home, and we went all the way in the dark to go and give him a call. To our surprise, he was at home and he was bluffing that he wasn't there. It was his, it was his times, and he did not do anything wrong. But in my mind, I am all the while, that was after 2-3 years of our married life, all the time, why should I crave for him? Let him crave for me, I thought. Then I thought of flying. This is the thing. So to borrow John Dan's phrase, when I went to Oman was my newfound America. I learned how to make PowerPoint lessons, student-centered lessons, and fun-filled lessons. It was not my cup of tea earlier. I was a strict principal and teaching very, very big things in India. You know how the teaching is. But here, everything is fun-filled lessons, a lot of activities. How I knew all these things? It was not such easy. I attended hundreds of seminars, hundreds of workshops and conferences. All the credit goes to my supervisors and colleagues who instilled in us the flair for research. I remember the days at Caledonian College in Engineering. 8 to 5 we would be working in the college. Such strenuous job. At 6 we would be at ELT center to attend a workshop. We would attend it, we would learn it, we would try it in the class the next day, and we were very, very happy to grab a certificate. You don't know how much we toiled. 8 to 8 we were working sometimes. But all this is Oman, I think, the center of research. Okay, and from then on, even though I attended and I was called for many conferences, I used to give my presentations, but it never occurred to me that I should pin them down. In those days, they did not ask for it, or I don't know. And even maybe I thought it is too difficult and I cannot manage it. But I did not stop. I motivated hundreds of students every semester. I motivated them to do researches. They produced researches to me which were never published. Their researches were never published, and mine also got never published. Mine, after my PhD thesis, the first one to get published was in this June. But I made my students to write hundreds of pages without any plagiarism. They knew how to write. I taught them all these paraphrasing skills and summarizing skills, how to escape plagiarism. And all my students till today, even for small applied linguistic course or it is a socio-linguistics course, they do a lot of projects, and they each one can be a research paper. So I can do 1,000 researches, but I never send them to papers, to any journals. And publication is very important. We know if what is written by Valmiki and Vyasa was not published, we wouldn't have our great epics. But I never knew the importance of it, or I don't know, I thought it is something very difficult for me to do that. And IIP made it easy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That is a really wonderful experience that you have shared with us. And the journey that you have made from your state-owned state to Oman and thereafter to Saudi Arabia. And I think that it will be one really inspiration to the women from the India also, from other countries also, because as you shared that you have changed your schedule, that is you were working in different seasons, and thereafter you have cope up with the demand of the country and you were developing in that. So a real big congratulations from our side as an woman achievement.
Not only to me, I think anybody and everybody would fall for you once they join the course and they attend the classes sincerely, diligently. They would know the value of it. In every session, you lift our spirits up. These Eudoxians, I used to think, are very rare of a kind. Where from these people came? I haven't met them. If I had met you a long time back, I would have produced thousands of papers. I think it's too late in my career. And time constraint is there now for me. I am teaching 18 hours a week and preparing for that 36 hours a week. So I'm a very good teacher, and I want to do all this methodology, new activities. So it is not easy task to teach. I don't have time at all. If I had time, really, with your help, with your guidance, I would have soared higher up in the sky, I think. Really awestruck with Dr. Ritura's patience, perseverance, and especially the coolness in comparing. You do it on your stride as if even if there are a lot of technical glitches, you never mind. You're so cool. Even if they do a wrong presentation or you just tell them it's nice and excellent. And Dr. Pratiksha ma'am, I like to talk about her also. She's very compassionate, friendly, ever ready to lend her hand any time of the day. Even by 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, I used to message her and she gives me immediately the reply. Very admirable, beautiful personality. Not only you two of you, but every Eudoxian, I thought, great researchers you are. Even then, they all play a second fiddle to and encourages. You are embodiments of simplicity. I haven't found people like this. You can't find in me that also. I'm not so simple. I have my ego. I never saw that in you, in your people, and you are helping us. Your egoless, pretty smiles, words of praise to encourage every IAPN, motivating lectures would make us nothing but admire you ever. and forever. You are the role models of researchers, and I really appreciate your great work to the society.
Thank you, madam. And you are also the inspiration now for all the women from India. Especially India, why I am saying you are working now globally in our European Research Center with this global community. We know that we have our officers from every country. We are connecting 192 countries. But I think that today, all the women, those who are watching you, and in our all digital channel, that they will inspire that, yes, I can do this. And you have made it to them. And the big congratulations and also the appreciation from our bottom of our heart that you are inspiring the women to do more research and more innovation. And special thanks to you, because in spite of your daily schedule, as you have shared, that 18 hours or a week that you are having the workload in your university, in spite of this, you are considering each and everything as an IITian. Because our research center conducting this international innovation program, not for giving one degree, but to make them skilled person, research pioneer who will lead the world. And thanking you, madam, for your development, for your contribution, support, and inspiration to the women of the world. So I'm really appreciating you.
Pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I would like to come. Thank you, madam. Thank you. And finally, I have only one more question to both of you. And this is for, I think that will directly to the research, actually will help the researcher, will help the people, those who want to go for the interview like that. So I would like to know about, my point is that if someone want to appear in interview, say in India, it may be the API, Academic Performance Indicator. Country to country, we know that the research paper, everything, that different conditions. So what is the suggestion and the message from our emeritus academician, Dr. Ronnie sir? Your one message will inspire the scholar so that they can also go for the job of assistant professor, they can be associate professor in different countries. So what is your message to them? How they should prepare if they want to become the international teacher in university? Dr. Joyce madam.
Yes.
I would like to take the opportunity again from your side. Especially one message for the researchers so that they can cope up with the global requirement, and also one sentence to the women of the world that you are exceeding to the how they can proceed in this path, how they can follow, how they can become successful.
I want to talk to those who haven't joined IAP. In my opinion, IAP is nothing but a boon for the budding young research scholars as well as to the aspiring researchers and even the lecturers or professors. I tell them this thing, your journey of thousands miles can be jeered at your one step, the step at IAP. You will be showered with all the points you require for your academic performance indicator. You get points after points you are getting for attending training programs, for participating in international programs, conferences, and presenting in international conference. You are getting an opportunity. You are having the opportunity to publish in referred journals, edited books, whatnot. IAP takes you to the utopia. Eudoxia takes you to the utopia, the dream which you had. No, it doesn't take you. Actually, it brings the utopia at your doorstep, I can say. This IAP program is flowing like a river. Every session after session, I have seen the presentation. It flows smoothly in a systematic way with enriching, informative, insightful and useful lectures by erudite and eminent international gargantuan personalities. They are not ordinary people. And from all over the world. I feel it is a shower under the Niagara Falls. This is vouchsafed to every IAPian. Please join IAP. This is my message to those who haven't joined.
Thank you, madam.